right, y'all. Survivor Series 2023 is live this weekend, November 25th, from Chicago, where we will see our second year of Survivor Series WarGames. So that's exciting. And today I'm going to make my predictions, tell you who I think is going to win, what fun surprises we might see along the way. So yeah, let's get right on into it. If you're interested in Survivor Series, I've got a new video about the history of Survivor Series, going over some of the best moments, highs and lows. It's more of a narrative style documentary feel to it, but I worked really hard on it. So if you go check that out, I'd be really appreciative. Thanks. So I'm recording this November 20th before the airing of Monday Night Raw. So if any matches get added on Raw, I will not have a prediction for them, as well as any matches that get added on SmackDown. So if LA Knight match gets added, I'm predicting that LA Knight wins the match. Maybe I can edit in the Raw ones, but we'll see. No promises. We're going to start off with the women's War Game match. We have the team of Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Shotzi. So a lot of big names in there. A lot of championships among those women. But I do not think they're going to fare that well against Team Damage Control. We have Asuka, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Bayley. And I think that Damage Control is going to take this one home. They need to push Damage Control hard right now and make them this dominant female faction on SmackDown, like the female bloodline or something. And we kind of got this new band of all the Japanese women wrestlers have teamed up now, so that's kind of cool. And I do think they're going to win. Our next match is an interesting one, as we have Carlito going up against Santos Escobar. Kind of a little mid-card feud here going on between the LWO members, as Santos Escobar just turned heel this past week. I'm really liking heel Santos. I thought face Santos was boring, but heel Santos is pretty cool so far. So I think this will be a fun match. I think it's probably the least anticipated match of the night for me, but I'm intrigued to see Carlito back on a pay-per-view match, 1v1. Where does the LWO storyline go from here? So I'm going to take Santos, though, to win the match. I think he just needs a bigger push, solidify himself as okay, heel Santos is the real deal. So I'm going to take Santos Escobar over Carlito. Up next, we've got the Women's World Championship, as Rhea Ripley looks to defend her gold against Zoe Stark. And Rhea just defended her gold against 5 women, one of which being Zoe Stark at Crown Jewel. And I think it's going to be a similar outcome here. I think Rhea is going to retain and take that belt all the way to WrestleMania, where she'll probably face someone like Becky Lynch. There's one situation I could see them taking the belt off of Rhea, and that's if they want her to win the Royal Rumble 2 years in a row and then go win her belt back at Mania. But I'm pretty confident that she's going to be the champ at Elimination Chamber in her home country of Australia. So I don't see that happening. I do think Rhea will retain and hold that belt until at least WrestleMania. Up next, we have kind of my most anticipated match of the night outside of the War Games matches, and that is The Miz going up against Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. 2 of my favorite wrestlers in WWE right now. I've loved The Miz forever, and Gunther just blows me away every time he's in the ring. So I am conflicted on this match, and I'm all about the Miz-a-sance. Face Miz is fun. Heel Miz is great, but I'm enjoying this little face push Miz is getting. But I do think the Miz-a-sance is going to take a little bit of a bump in the road, as Gunther will retain his title. I don't see them taking the belt off of Gunther and giving Miz the rub. The Miz is so solidified. He can lose every single night, and he's still a top guy and will get people out of their seats. But yes, Gunther will retain his Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series. Our last match we're going to predict today is the Men's War Games match, as the face team of Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins faced off against the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, JD McDonough, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor in a 4v4, but likely going to be a 5v5 War Games match, as I think Randy Orton will be added to the face team and Drew McIntyre will be added to the heel team. So 5-on-5, just like last year, and should be an awesome match. I even think this match has the potential to be better than last year's match. I love the Brawling Brutes, but I didn't think they fit in as well to that storyline. However, I think this is a great culmination to a storyline that's starting to get a little dry, as the faces face off against the Judgment Day every week in and week out on Raw. So I think this is a great way to climax it, bring Randy back, get him involved in the action, and then hopefully see a really solid main event, as I believe this will be the main event of the night. I am going to pick the face team to finally put the Judgment Day away in this match. I think that the Judgment Day is going to start focusing more internally as we start to see the collapse maybe. So I am going to take the face team to win their WarGames match against the Judgment Day. And then finally, I will speculate a little bit. The possible match between CM Punk and Shinsuke Nakamura. I am not in the camp that I think this is going to happen. I think it's probably like 30% that it happens, 70% that CM Punk doesn't even come back at Survivor Series this year. But we'll see, and if they do, I will take CM Punk to win that match, as I don't think they're going to have him come back and lose in his first match back. So those are my predictions for Survivor Series 2023. I'll go ahead and throw them back up right now. And I'll see you guys after Survivor Series for my official review. Again, if you're interested in learning more about the history of Survivor Series, I've got that new video out, so go check that out and give it a like, subscribe, and have a great Thanksgiving. So everyone, goodbye.